boo, hey, what's up? Welcome back. If this is your very first time, my name is Tony. If you have been here before, then you already know you're about to get a dose of craziness. Ain't nothing changed. The only thing changed is I took my lashes off today. And let me tell y'all something real quick, okay? This video I had recorded already. I was supposed to have it out on Wednesday. And y'all know I don't like to miss my Sunday and Wednesday videos, okay? I don't like to miss. But when I say I recorded that whole entire video, don't y'all know that my lash was like hanging down on the side, okay? Excuse me. My lash was hanging down on the side. It looked like I was caca. I was like, oh no. Baby, we doing a video about confidence. Ain't no way I'm about to put this video out. And I was looking crazy. So you know what? It just so happened to work out because after I went back and looked at the footage, I was like, I probably wanted to do some different talking points anyway. So enough with the rambling. We want to know how we can ultimately level up the confidence, right? We want our confidence level to be through the roof because, again, if you anything like me, baby, you having a life-changing year in 2023, okay? I'm not playing around about that. So if y'all are gonna be here, which go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, baby, and also make sure that you're hitting that notification bell as well, okay? So if you're gonna be here, then we all about changing a life, okay? We're all about shifting the life into the next phase because I want bigger and better. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with saying that you want more for yourself. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute. You are not going to make any changes in your life until you have dealt with your confidence level. And dealing with that is what we're going to touch on today. Like how you can really, you know, get to the root cause of why you don't have confidence in certain areas. That way, baby, we can level up, okay? That's all it's about, is leveling up and getting to that next phase of life. I will say, I am completely unrecognizable to myself. Even if y'all go back and look at a couple of videos like 3 to 6 months ago, even I'd say about 3 months ago, my confidence level, it was there, but it was not what it needed to be. And that's because, for one, I didn't figure out my lane on YouTube until like kind of recently. I was doing the makeup tutorial thing, which I love makeup. I love the glam. So we're going to definitely drop that in on the channel. But for the most part, I was sticking with tutorials and it wasn't what I was passionate about. I'm like, I got on YouTube to use my voice more than just trying to teach people a makeup tutorial. I mean, there are millions out there. So if you want to go see one, okay? But I was like, this isn't my lane. But now I have found my lane, really talking about changing the life, upgrading, having this reinvention of yourself. And yeah, I found my lane. So let's go ahead, enough with the rambling because I said that once already. Let's stop and get into it. Let's talk about shifting the language. That is one of the first and foremost things that you have to do when you are talking about increasing your confidence level. How do you speak to yourself on the day-to-day? Take a brief moment, stop, pause this video if you need to, seriously. Take a moment and I want you to think, how do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to other people? How you talk to yourself right now in your life is going to tell you a major, like it's going to show you definitely where your confidence level is. If I'm waking up every single day and I'm telling myself, I'm just fat, I'm so disgusted with myself, I don't feel good, I don't feel confident, what do you think that you're going to be? You're going to feel all of those things about yourself. Baby, let's get something understood. Right now, there is so much power in the tongue, okay? So much power in the tongue that you can literally cripple yourself, break yourself down at the ankles, and not be able to progress in life just because of how you speak to yourself. So that is the number one thing that we have got to deal with. And how you speak to yourself really will cause you to go into some of your childhood things that you might have gone through. Childhood traumas are a big piece of our subconscious mind that we don't even realize that we have. But a lot of the times, how you speak to yourself, how you think about yourself stems from something that you experienced as a child, okay? So I shared in another one of my videos, I think it was the how I'm becoming her. And if you didn't catch that, I will pop that in the corner. But in that video, I talked about how I had insecurities growing up as being a brown skinned girl. Am I ashamed of being African American? No, baby, I am not. Okay, melanin is popping over here. But I grew up with a lot of insecurities because of my skin complexion. My mom is super light skinned. She had the gorgeous hair. She got the freckles, like, and that, I'm gonna say it again because I said it in that video too. My mama is a bad, okay? And actually, it's funny because I was actually darker. I gave up meat and my skin tone changed. Like, I actually have gotten lighter over the years. But anyway, as a child, I was a little bit darker skin. And I'll see if I can find a picture. But anyway, I was a little bit darker skin tone, like real brown skin girl. So I had a lot of issues with that growing up. I used to ask my mom, why didn't God make me light skin? And she'd be like, baby, God made you the color that you're supposed to be. So a lot of the insecurities and confidence level things that I was dealing with as I got older stemmed from me with my childhood insecurities about being a darker skin tone or whatever. So you have to be willing to face your childhood traumas or your childhood insecurities, and you have to deal with it head on. It's in the subconscious mind. You've put it away thinking that, out of sight, out of mind. That's kind of what we think when it comes to the subconscious mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Baby, it's not out of sight, or it's not out of your mind. It's there. You have just ignored it long enough to where you don't think about it on the regular. But let a situation pop up and you're going to be triggered. And then you're going to be like, what am I triggered from? Because you never dealt with it. So when we want to talk about really building our confidence level up, you have got to be able to deal with your insecurities or traumas that you have experienced in your life. Don't be afraid to go through this process, because again, if you want to be unrecognizable to yourself, you have to be able to go through this step in order to see that ultimate change. Like, again, I can look up now at myself and be like, whew, Tony's a whole different woman. Like, literally, I feel different, I act different, I carry myself differently. And it's not that I have become cocky or full of myself. No, it's I have a certain level of confidence about myself now than ever before. And I am not going to let my light be dimmed. I'm not going to let my light be dimmed for nothing or anybody else anymore in my life. I feel like God has given me too many abilities, and God has blessed me so much in my life and has brought me through so much that why would I dim my light for anybody just because of feelings that I have gone through, or experiences rather that I've gone through in life because of somebody else's projections? Because sometimes that's what it can be too, is you've allowed people, or you've gone through circumstances that have put projections onto you, and then you carry them with you. That can also alter the way that you feel about yourself, how you talk to yourself, and really have your confidence level shot. So going through how you talk to yourself will really, again, show you where you are right now with your confidence level. If you still say negative things to yourself today, deal with it. Go into your own mind and be like, all right, let's box it out. Like, because you're not about to stay in my head no more. Like, that's the kind of approach that you have to have. I was actually reading The Power of the Subconscious Mind. I completely forgot the author's name, Lord. Anyway, I've been rereading it, and I got to the part last night where he talked about the big me and the little me. And so when you're talking about the little me, it's the little version inside of you, that person that that still holds on to those insecurities, that still holds on to those traumas and things of that nature. But then you have the big me version of yourself where you like, no, I'm done with that life. Like, I'm about to get out here and get it. I'm about to, go through life fearlessly because I know what I'm capable of. So you have to be able to knock that little me the hell out, if I'm being honest. Like, we're about to box it out, because baby, you're not about to stop me, because this woman right here, she's different. So that's the kind of approach that I want you guys to take when you are really truly dealing with how you talk to yourself, okay? So when you are talking about confidence level, if you guys don't already know, clearly it's evident, your girl is an influencer, okay? I am a YouTuber, I am an influencer, I do beauty and lifestyle. Do you see what I said? I am, okay? Did I wait for the validation of followers and subscribers? No, I did not. Why? Because when you want change in your life, right? You want people to look at you a certain way, or you want to be validated as a certain, career, whatever. Why don't you give yourself that validation first? Why is it that we feel as though we can't reference ourselves in the present just because we don't have the accolades behind it? So again, I am a YouTuber. I have, and I am grateful for each and every one. I think the last time I checked, I had 1,077 subscribers. I'm grateful to each of those 1,077 people that have subscribed. But did I need the validation of them? No. Because here's the thing, I know what I'm going to succeed in. I know what I'm going to, achieve in my career, as far as my brand and my business goes. I know those things. So I reference everything in present tense. Everything that I want, everything that I know I'm going to achieve, I reference it as the present. So here's what I want you to do. Even if you don't do, content creation or anything like that, however this, resonates with you and however you can apply it to your life, apply it, okay? But the simple matter is reference in the present so that you can begin to build that confidence as you're going along. Because that way, when you get to that point where, you got 100K, 500K subscribers, followers, like you are really doing a thing, you like, I already knew that, and again, it's not that you're cocky. It's not that you're full of yourself. You're not narcissistic. Confidence comes with knowing your abilities. And I know what abilities I have. I know fully what I'm capable of. I know fully that I have gone through the work, the inner work that I need in order to get to the next phase of my life. So don't wait around for the validation of somebody else to tell you that you're a YouTuber or that you're an influencer or that you're a nurse. If you're even if you're your freshman year, okay, in college, you like, I'm a nurse. You haven't passed the test yet, you haven't gone through no courses, but guess what, you are speaking it. And that's another thing, you're speaking an affirmation to yourself. You're giving yourself those positive statements and those positive thoughts. And if you keep repetitively saying those things, your mind is going to register that. That's manifestation principles at the very basics. Like, that's exactly how you manifest things into your life, is you are constantly speaking those things, and not only speaking them, but you believe them. You have to really speak with conviction, okay? So when you are telling yourself those things, again, I'm going to use me as a reference. I am a YouTuber. I am a beauty and lifestyle influencer. I'm speaking those things with conviction. That means that I'm speaking in a way that, baby, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me that I'm not going to do it, because I'm already doing it. I already have done it. You have to really be driven in the confidence, okay? Don't let anybody steer you away from where your thoughts are about yourselves, and watch again for the projections that others may put onto you, just because they don't see the vision that you see. I think I said this also in another video too, that God, okay, the Most High God has given me a vision. That vision is not to be understood by anybody, okay? Not my mama, not my husband, not my best friends, not my sisters. It ain't meant to be understood by anybody. So the only person that it needs to be understood by is you. So that means that in order to fulfill that vision that you see, you have the vision there, so you know that you're capable of doing it. Everything starts as a thought, okay? So you see it. You just have to do the work to get there. So don't let the projections of other people stop you from going through your inner work. You might need to go into isolation for a little bit, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with going into isolation, and it's not selfish at all. It is you stopping in your life to say, you know what, I need some me time. There are things that I want to do for myself, and I'm going to do them. Okay, I'm going to get them done. So that's just the kind of approach that you need to have, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I feel like I already touched on this a little bit, but you really have to work on freeing yourself, okay? Freeing yourself and healing from your own mind. And what comes with that is, what do you believe you're capable of accomplishing? Like I said, we kind of already briefly touched on that, but I want to come to it from a different angle this time. So we speak all of these things, right? And we'll go back to how I said you have to speak with conviction. Do you believe that you're capable of doing the things that you say to yourself? if you don't believe, like, this is literally, like, y'all, this is literally how I knew that I had like a shift in my energy, a shift in my mind, a shift in my presence. When I speak my affirmations to myself and I'm in my prayer time, right, I close my eyes. And let's say, like here recently, I mean, it's 2023, everybody's doing their vision boards. I got a whole video on vision boards too, if you want to check that out. But everybody's doing their vision boards. Everybody's getting very specific about the things that they, you know, want to accomplish for the 2023 year. So when I'm thinking about the things that I want to accomplish, I'm praying about it, I close my eyes. When I say, and I'm getting this feeling right now, that's so crazy. When I close my eyes, y'all, it's like energy from the tips of my fingers, all it shoots up my arm, it's in my head, it's flowing through my whole body. Like, I feel like my body is like just bursting with this energy, right? And I'm thinking about all the things that I want to accomplish, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just feel like I'm gonna explode out of my chair right now. That is how much I believe I am capable of doing the things that I say I'm going to do. If you don't have that energetic feeling of just overflow of joy and happiness and bliss and peace, and like, if you don't have that overflow of energy just about to burst out of you, I highly suggest that you do some more inner self work, okay? Because here's the thing, that kind of tells, that should be able to tell you that you're not believing in what it is that you're capable of doing. You're not believing it enough. Confidence and belief, they go hand in hand, okay? They like, what are they, Siamese twins that never separate, whatever the case. They are stuck together. So as you are building your confidence level, you have to be able to build the belief that you have in yourself to be able to accomplish the things that you are setting your mind to, okay? Like, literally, y'all see I'm smiling from ear to ear right now because I am so excited even just talking about this to you guys, because baby, just watch. All I'm gonna say is just watch, because the channel about to go crazy. I'll be trying to hold myself together, y'all. I'm trying to hold it together. Let me pop my collar. Or if y'all new here, baby, you're gonna get a little bit of craziness, okay? I'm just saying, just gonna get a little bit of craziness, because that's just how I am. Moving on. One of the last things that I did when I really started focusing on my confidence and, you know, working on my beliefs about myself is I started creating boundaries. And I did not feel sorry about setting my boundaries. Here's the thing, as your confidence level grows, you are going to be perceived differently, because people don't expect to deal with the person that they've got now. They expect to deal with the person that you were before. So when you set your boundaries, you have to now make people meet you where you are. This is not a bad thing, okay? This is not a bad thing, because it's going to weed out the relationships or friendships that may not really serve you purpose at this season of your life. When you are growing, you want to be around like-minded people. Let's just put it like this. Anybody that got my personal number, all of them is on the same type of time that I'm on, okay? Because first and foremost, I don't even have a lot of female friends like that. Like, y'all, girls didn't like me in high school. I think I had RBF. I probably still do. I didn't have a lot of female friends to begin with. So anybody that got my personal number, trust and believe they are all on grind time, okay? Because I feel like if I want to build myself, I want to be around women who are building themselves as well. I want to be around women that I can go to and be like, hey, I'm having, you know, I think I have a business idea. Let me go over it with you. Like, you have to be able to make sure that you're making people meet you where you are at this season of your life. The boundaries that you set for yourself are not to, again, like, just put a middle finger up to everybody and say, F y'all. Like, it ain't nothing like that. It's just that you are now in a different season of life. And when you are in a different season, you need to surround yourself with different, you know, different people, different, especially different people who have different thought processes that can, you know, benefit you or encourage you to do something differently when you're growing and in your business and your journey or whatever. But nonetheless, don't think that setting boundaries has to be a negative thing. It's not. It's just that you now have probably zero tolerance for certain things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially for me, when I went through, like, especially the isolation period, I was in a really like heavy isolation time frame, and my friends understood that. They knew that I had to do a lot of self-work to get me to where I'm trying to go. Okay. And it's important to make sure that you communicate that with the people that are around you, especially if there are relationships and friendships that you truly care about. Just communicate that. Be like, hey, I'm going into this isolation period. I need to set boundaries. I can't, talk about you and what you got going on. I need to focus all of my energy on me. If you got people that really ride for you and you got people that understand what you're trying to accomplish, they'll understand that and they'll support it. Okay? So set your boundaries, because at this season of your life, you are going to have different boundaries than you had before. You are going to tolerate a lot less than what you probably tolerated before. And it's all going to be for the benefit, not only for just you, but for the benefit of others too, because now you can really encourage them to do the things that you experienced. Because, let's say you're at this level of life and you've achieved or you've gained certain things, and you have somebody looking behind you like, dang, like, how did you do it? You can be an inspiration for them, and you can tell them, give them the exact blueprint of how you even got there. So that, like I said, setting boundaries is so important. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. So with that being said, that is really and truly how I got to this place. Like, your girl, she just different. No, in all seriousness though, I know I'm telling y'all, I'm a little crazy. But in all seriousness, if I can get it out, this is exactly what I did in order to get to this point that I am in my life right now. This is the exact steps that I took to really boost my confidence levels. So I encourage you to work on your confidence levels now. It's January, baby. Okay, y'all already see we basically are at February. Like, we already know how fast the time goes. So don't try to wait and fool around and you into July trying to work on your confidence levels. No, you need to do that right now. That way, whatever goals that you have for 2023, baby, you can crush them. You can knock them down. Okay? Because I know that I'm going to do that, but I want for you to do that as well. I don't get on here just to run my mouth for my benefit. No, I am getting on here because first and foremost, this is what is on my spirit. Okay, when I get on here and I come up with these topics and these discussions, it's stuff that I worked on a lot, but it's also stuff that, the Most High God has been like, go talk about it because you're going to help somebody. Like, so that's why I'm here. I get on here, I try to make y'all laugh, I try to do what I do, but I am on here with purpose. So yeah. But anyway, I really, really, really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I am so glad that I actually had the whole eyelash debacle going on the last video, because the topics, I really had to fine tune my topics, and I had to fine tune my each of my little categories, but I feel like this turned out to be an excellent video, far better than the last one. So yeah, but like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Take some notes from it, and definitely drop in the in the comments below. I really want to hear how you guys are working on your confidence level, if you took some of the tips and tricks that I told y'all in this video, or if there are other tips or other ways that you have been using to really like lift up your confidence level. But I definitely want to hear about it. So anyway, if y'all ain't been here before, I always got to drop it in at the last point, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, baby, and also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well, so you can see when the videos is going up on the channel. But I will catch y'all on the next video, and yeah, so bye, love.